Hello, everybody. My name is Kasim Ali. I live in Canada and I am a software developer since 20 years now. And I work for a small consultancy company called CS2 Technologies. And my journey with artificial intelligence started a couple of months ago when I started thinking about it that we should offer our customers solutions by leveraging artificial intelligence, and I started researching about it. That's a common question of most of the people I have met who have started working in this area, that they should start using AI by revising neural networks or maybe machine learning. And I had thought maybe after university I have to revise again these concepts, but I was surprised. That's not the case. Like the pre-trained LLMs are there, which we can use for 90% of our use cases. And we can solve most of our problems using the pre-trained LLM. If they lack something, we can use something called RAG, or maybe improved our prompt or fine tune it. But uh, the LLMs are a really good invention and we can just use them. And they are also not very expensive if you think about the efforts which is required to train an LLM. One more thing which I always had in my mind was, do I need my own large language model for every system? The answer is no. Training a large language model is a very expensive, time consuming, and technical thing. It's beyond the capacity of small companies or developers to train an LLM. So, if you want to find out how LLMs are trained, Olama 2 is a really good example. So, Meta offers Olama 2, and they have made everything open source, and you can go and read the documentation how they created the Olama. And if you talk about the LLM, so all of these AI chat boxes or the AI prompts which we do using chat GPT or Claude or Gemini or the other LLMs like that. So these are called basically the large language models. And in our application, we'll see how we can use them to solve our problems. Like, it has been around since I have started learning about the computer science, that one day will come when computers will talk to us, or computer will understand our language. And finally that day has slowly arrived, and from now on I think the artificial intelligence will only grow. And those of us who don't use it, the chances are there that we would become obsolete. So either you adopt artificial intelligence, in my opinion, and grow with it, or just get outdated. So, in my opinion, that's really important. And the good news is it's not really scary or very difficult. Uh, It's pretty much possible to work with artificial intelligence as a software developer. So, in this course, we'll connect an LLM with our application. We will use something called Olama, which is from Meta, an open source runtime environment in which you can run the models. And we'll see there are different licensing models of the Olama model. So there are some models which you can use only to do research, and there are some models which are truly open source. We'll talk about it. And thankfully, to the Spring, I thought initially that maybe I need to learn something called LangChain or other Python libraries which can use AI better than people like me who have always been working in Java. But Spring AI has been really fast, and they have developed a library which we can include in our Spring Boot application, and we can connect to any LLM, and we can use LLM in our application. In this course, we'll try. We will not use artificial intelligence for the sake of it. We'll use it to solve different problems, and we'll see what kind of problems we can solve with the AI, and how it can be help. It can help us. And as you can see behind me, that we have three ways or three terms to use AI. We'll talk about every one of them: prompt engineering, RAG, fine tuning. We'll see how the system is developed. So, at the start of this course, I'll show you how you can connect an application created with Spring Boot with an LLM. So, I'll just make my camera small, and then I will switch through IntelliJ to show how it works. Yeah, okay, so it is small enough. So let me open the IntelliJ. Okay, so here is my IntelliJ. So I'll create a small project. You can also use Spring Wizard, but since I think most people use IntelliJ, so let's stick to it. But you can also use any other editor or any other way of creating this project. But my preferred way is to use create it using the IntelliJ. Yeah, so let's call it LLM Connect, and in this we'll create a group which is LLM Connect, and I think that's it. Now let's choose Maven and then go to the next screen, and we'll search for AI. So basically we'll use Spring Web because we want to create a REST service, and we will include some, because we are connecting to the Olama, so we'll use Olama. Yeah, and let's create it and let's see how it goes. Okay, so the project is being created. Okay, let's see. So if you go to the source, so it's a typical Spring Boot application with one class, and let's have a look at the POM. So if we have a look at the POM, so you can see, so it has included two starters. So one is for the Spring web starter, which gives us ability to create a REST service, and the other one is to connect to something called Olama. So now the question is, what is Olama? So let's have a look at Olama. So Olama is something which Meta has created. Yeah, so let's talk about it. Let me change my profile. So if I go here and I open Olama, so I'll go to the Olama. So you can just click on the download, and Olama is available for the Mac OS, Linux, and Windows, and it works really well. So I'll skip the download parts because it's very simple. So if you are using AI, so I assume that you are capable of downloading Olama and installing it. So and Olama has different models which you can use it, and you can search here, like if you need an image search. So this is the Olama Vision. You can go inside, and it is from Meta, and you can see how you can connect to it using a Python library, or you can connect to it JavaScript, or you can even use a curl for that. Yeah, so basically it's pretty simple. So I have already installed Olama, so let's see, and let me open the prompt. Let's see, let me clear it first. Okay, so if I go here and see list, so I misspelled it, just a second. So it is Olama list. So Olama list basically displays all the models which I have downloaded. So if you want to download something, you can see Olama pull and the model name. So I'll just skip that. So you can see, so I have locally three models. One is Mistral and Lava and this embedded model. So let's connect to Mistral and see how does it work. Yeah, so let's see, and let's go to the IntelliJ, and we go to the application properties, and if I search with Olama, so it will just ask me about the model. So model is Mistral, and if we go to the spring.ai.olama.base URL, so So this is the URL where Ollama is running after you install. We can also verify it going to the browser, and see, Ollama is running. So, and the other good feature about Ollama is you can also use a command line to connect, do the model. So if I say Ollama Mistral, Ollama run Mistral. So let's see, it's connecting. So if I say, what is your name? So it should tell me, I'm a Mistral AI. How can you help? Okay, so it can tell me how it can help. And let's go back to the Java application and connect to it. So firstly, I will try to create a REST resource, and I will call it LLM connect resource, and let's make it a REST controller, and let's do a request mapping of chat with it, and then let's create a get mapping public. Okay, let's see what it does, and it should return the string. Let's stick to the string instead of the. Okay, so let's accept a customer's message as a request parameter. So it is saying token, but we can modify it to message. Okay, now we should create Spring's AI's object which can connect to the LLM, but it's very simple. Let me take you to the web page. Let's go back and go to the Spring AI. So if we go to Spring AI and we go here and we get to getting started, reference, chat client API. This is the generic API, and let's use that. Yeah. So basically it suggests that if we use a chat client builder, we can build a chat client with it. Yeah. So we can directly include the chat client builder in our application. Let's do that. Okay, and let's include import class. Let's do private final, and let's do the okay. So if we go here and we use generate, and we can use not this one, sorry about that. I think let's go and click on the constructor, and here it is. So now the chat client builder is injected. We can use this chat client builder to build the chat client, and then we can write a prompt. Let's leave the prompt empty for the start. Okay, and you can use the call method and then content method, and that's it. So let's try if that works. Call and content. So it's pretty simple. So we created just a chat client, and then because we don't need a prompt, we'll just ask the question directly. We'll come to the prompt later on in this video, and then we call and content. Let's try that. Yeah. And if we go back to let's start it. Let's see if it works or not. Let's see. Start it. Okay, so it has started successfully. Let's go back to the web browser and try localhost 8080/chat. It's a get mapping, so we can, let's see, you ask it to write. So basically, let's see, we can pass it to a message like who are you. Let's see if it works or not. No, it doesn't work. Let's see what's wrong with this. Go back, go back. So basically it's a cookie header was received. Okay, what is the mistake which I have to, okay, so my mistake was I never called it. So let's see. Let's see. Dot user. So we need to pass this message here as well. So let's try to use a debugger and see how it works. Yeah. Okay, let's go back and let's open the browser and we say, how are you? So I am a model of a text generating artificial intelligence created by Mistral AI. So it's as simple as that. So I think that's the end of the first video. If you like the channel, please subscribe. And in the next videos, we'll see how you can utilize AI in your application integration. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.